Speaker, the EFF stands here to lobby all political parties in the House that for too long these workers, these security guards in the legislature have been exploited, have been marginalized, have been oppressed without benefits. And it is time now that we all use our conscience. It is time now that we all use our dignity, our conscience to restore their dignity, that we can't tell all the service providers or can't tell the labor broker that has been contracted to provide service delivery in the legislature. And greetings, Madam Speaker. We would like to take this opportunity as the economic freedom fighters to officially greet the security guards, the more than 150 security guards in the GPL who have been since employed during the time of Mujaeli Security Company and later were transferred or taken to Mafuko Security Company, a selfish and a greedy boss, a security that is led by a greedy boss who has exploited these security guards from the GPL since 2017 without giving them statutory benefits, giving them provident fund, without giving them UIF, let alone their pay slips. Today we sit from 2017 with Mposha now after Mafuko having been given something or awarded a tender to continue contracting services to the GPL here in the legislature. Madam, immediately insource all these security guards as a genuine concern or as a restoration of the dignity of these workers. And we want to lobby Premier Lesotho that if Premier indeed is a student or a product of a Rigwala, Umtomdala Rigwala was never involved in outsourcing. The Lion of Midlands was never involved in labor broking. The Lion of Midlands was never involved in corruption, of making sure that middlemen continues to get richer while security guards in this GPL continues to become poor. But indeed, if it is not T-shirts that will never kill Erigwala again, or it is not who will never kill Christian again, Premier Panyaza Lesotho must show now by demonstrating that indeed, before we go outside to employ these people that are given 3 months tenders or 6 months tenders as part of the electioneering campaign. Let us start now with our security guards, be inspired by the municipality of Ekurhuleni through the EFF that has championed now the insourcing of more than 390 security guards who will now be insourced. All of them will now be getting medical aid, will be getting benefits, will be getting proper provident fund and all these statutory benefits that are due to them. I want to lobby all these political parties in the House that let us all join forces together and say there is no need for a motion, but there is a need for us to restore the dignity of all those who are protecting this House, this august House in this legislature. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Makwala.
Imagine government in South Africa is spending about 100 billion rand in terms of security services. This is my estimate. In South Africa, we have about 2.1 million of registered securities. And we have about 600 to 700 active securities who are right now on duties, who are currently working, who are working. And government is spending about 100 billion a year. This combined from municipality to every government structure. But this is how much that the government is spending. And then at the end of the day, the security guard will be getting paid around 7,000 rand. So let me try to break it down a little bit. About the 50% of that money, it is the money that is gonna go to the securities. It's the money that is going to be received by the securities. Some of them, they will be getting 4,000 rand. Some of securities will not even get paid. Some will spend 2-3 months not being paid. This is the reality that is happening in the security industry. So, what is the solution? Many of us, we already know aware about the stand of the EFF. And many of the securities, they have called the EFF to intervene. But one of the things that we are not doing, one of the things that we as security we are not doing, we are not giving the EFF the actual power. What is the actual power? Is to vote for them and give them power so that they can implement what they have been saying. What is the EFF is saying? The EFF is saying that government should insource securities, not outsource them. Why to insource the security is very important. It means that at the end of the day, you as a security guard, you will have pension. Many securities, they do not have pension. Many of the security companies, about 16,000 of security companies that are registered, they are not complying with what Sarah is saying. They are not paying UIF. They are not giving. They are not making enough for the securities. But you'll find out at the end of the day, these companies will receive exorbitant amount of money. And at the end of the day, the person who is on the line, the person who work night shift, the person who work 12 hours for every day will be left behind. And then you find out that in the food chain of securities, security themselves are the bottom of the food chain. What does it mean? The EFF has been saying that government should be able to insource the security. What does it mean? The securities must be hired by the government. If the government is able to hire nurses, is able to hire police, able to hire teacher, why not hiring the securities and other domestic workers? Why is not able? Why does a domestic health worker should be outsourced? Meanwhile, the government have the means of insourcing. The problem is not the money. It's not because of there is no money. The reason why we are not outsourcing. The reason why the government is not insourcing is because of money. The problem is not a money. The problem is the policy. The policy is putting the securities themselves at the bottom of the food chain. So, and then government is not making any move about this, but it's only the EFF that has been saying this thing for years. And I'm saying to every securities that, guys, we should be able to reconsider our vote. We should be able to reconsider our vote. Now, this is the time we should be able to demonstrate that in order for the voice of the EFF to be heard or to be implemented, it is because of that we are going to give them power. If we are going to just stay every time when we have a problem in our works, we'll call EFF to intervene, it does not help in the long run. It does not help us in the long run. In the immediate, this thing is not going to happen immediately, but things are going to be better under the EFF leadership. This is what I am saying to you as a security, as a domestic worker. One of the things that we should consider is to put the power behind EFF, is to mobilize ourselves and begin to think critically about our future because we are at the bottom of the food chain. And then yet where we make an impact, but that impact does not come for us. But many people are benefiting from that impact that we are making, from our suffering, from our working day and night, from our 12 long hours working and being paid peanuts. I think it's the high time that we make our voice to be heard. You know what? This strike is not going to help us. To insult the companies that we are working for is not going to help us. We need to put someone who is going to have a real power, because the power in South Africa is a democratic country. In order for us to put the power to them is to vote for EFF. I am calling to also all securities and the domestic workers, wherever you are working, that you should consider this, and please make sure that you spread this message to any group that you know. Thank you very much, and keep on fighting.